How are y'all? Wyrm here. So I plan to do a different video this week, mainly another lore video, but unfortunately my gaming rig CPU decided to up and have a heart attack. So now I'm stuck without a gaming PC and an editing PC for that matter for the next week or so. So I thought I'd actually just break this week up into two FF14 discussion videos, and these are two topics I plan to address down the line. But I decided to put the work in, and I'm just going to address two of these main topics now because they're two topics that are in the limelight right now and two topics that are actually very important to FF14. Now, as you've already seen by the title of this video, this is WoW versus FF14. Has the torch finally been passed? Now, this isn't a new topic. People have been comparing World of Warcraft and FF14 for a very long time, ever since FF14 was released for that matter. Think about it this way, people have been comparing every other MMO to World of Warcraft for decades at this point. Sometimes even the said game they're comparing isn't even an MMORPG, yet they still compare it to World of Warcraft. Now, the recent issues with Blizzard, the lawsuits, the corruption, the downright incompetence of their management, for lack of a better way of saying it, has caused a lot of issues for us, the players. Well, not for me, I don't play WoW anymore. Now, it's been in the limelight for a number of weeks now, if not just over a month, but news sites across the internet are still covering this actively on a daily basis, and that's because this subject is constantly shifting. Every day we're getting new pieces of information, every day it gets worse and worse for Activision Blizzard. New articles are actually coming out with, unconfirmed may I add, stating from inside Blizzard that they're actually going to be going through a rebranding in 2022. Rebranding Activision Blizzard into, I think, called Activision Insight or just Insight, as well as a number of changes regarding a number of the games that are actually under their umbrella. Like, for example, this report stated that World of Warcraft would be going into maintenance mode. Now, that's not something I ever thought would actually become official maintenance mode. I know it's semi-maintenance mode at the moment because of the lawsuit, but imagine WoW going into maintenance mode. That's unbelievable. But again, these are unconfirmed reports. This WoW is still their cash cow, despite the fact that most of their players are gone. It's still the cash cow. But regardless of all this, regardless of if the rebranding is true, regardless of if World of Warcraft is going to go into maintenance mode, it just begs the question, is Activision Blizzard going to learn its lesson from what's happened recently? And as a result, will it become stronger, more stable, and frankly more respectable? It's really hard to say. We've had similar companies in the gaming industry have these similar allegations and still be corrupt messes years later. Riot Games. Now, I call this video WoW to FF14 and that the torch has been passed on. But to be honest, it's much bigger than WoW or FF14 for that matter. WoW players flocking to FF14 is in the headlines. There's no doubt about that. I'd say some of you are probably watching are probably actually people who are ex-WoWpats, for example. But in reality, they're going everywhere. And this has been happening for years. It's only in the limelight now. Like, I think ever since Warlords of Draenor, people have been flocking to other games. I mean, the flow has just not stopped. Right now, the river that was a river has now become an actual just tidal wave of people flowing out. So many people are going everywhere. They're testing games like New World, Limion, countless other games that are actually coming out at the moment, and they're going to more stable games like FF14, Black Desert, and some of the other more stable MMORPGs and more stable developers for that matter. Now, to every single soul who has actually gone to other games like this, especially to FF14, I wish you the very best of luck. These games, our game, is happy to have you. But this channel's about FF14. Kinda. Mostly. Anyway, back on topic, about a torch being passed on to FF14. So, has the torch been passed? Yes, in my personal opinion, the torch has been passed to us. We are the flagship of the MMORPG genre right now. I've been poring over YouTube lately and looking at all the top creators of World of Warcraft. Now, I'm not a WoW player anymore, so I don't know them all. However, I've gotten my sights on most of them. Now, most of them have jumped ship at this point. They're sick and tired of WoW's bullshit and false promises, and they're kind of just chasing their viewers out the front door at this point. Sorry. They're looking for new adventures in the likes of FF14. Alright, that was a bad joke, but I'm not entirely joking either. The biggest creators see that the writing's on the wall at this point, and honestly they're jumping to where the viewers and subscribers are, which are FF14 and other MMORPGs. Honestly, I think it's amazing. I welcome all these new creators. Our scene needs a definite boost because it is rather smaller compared to what it should be. It should actually be a lot bigger. So there's going to be a lot more fighting for content and stuff like that. But my point on this is, this gives the smaller creators in World of Warcraft a definite chance and opportunity they've been waiting for. The biggest creators are gone out the door. They've literally run off, they've left their workstations, they're gone. These workstations need to be filled now with the smaller creators of the WoW player base. And this is a chance for somebody to step up and be the biggest creator in World of Warcraft. Now, I don't play WoW, as I've already stated. I don't know who the top creator is, but I'm assuming he's already gone out the door. Maybe it's Asmon, I don't know if it is or not. But the point is, most of these big creators are gone. The smaller creators, the people like me with less than 500 subs, less than 1,000 subs, this is their time. They can jump in on this, build up their own channels, build up their own streams, and become the next biggest streamer in World of Warcraft. WoW's not going anywhere for now. There's still content, there's still things to do, there's still people playing it. I mean, people think that everybody's gone. They're not. I mean, a lot of players are gone, but WoW had millions of players to begin with. Now they've only a couple of million, but that's still a couple of million players. To my WoW counterparts in the content creating community, I wish you the very best of luck. This is your chance. Take it by the horns, wrestle it down. It's your time. Alright, so where does this leave this video? In my honest opinion, WoW has the sun is set on your World of Warcraft. A new moon is rising, and that moon is called FF14, and even other games are following in our shadow. Games that are not as big as 14, but they're actually just eclipsing WoW as well at that point. WoW has... it's set. It's gone. FF14 and everybody else is up here. WoW is sinking. And honestly, in my opinion, it's time for it to sleep. It's time for its eternal slumber. Now, honestly, I don't say any of this stuff lightly either, because my wife is a hardcore WoW player. So me saying all this stuff is definitely losing me points in her book. And I don't do that lightly, please don't hurt me. And on that note, my opinion doesn't matter as much as your opinion does. So I want to know your opinion on this entire matter, and I'm sure everybody else wants to know your opinion as well. Now, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and consider subscribing if you want to. Honestly, it would cheer me up lots. I'm still kind of sad because of my gaming PC, and I can't play FF14 right now. Is what it is. I'm not gonna cry. Anyway, thanks all, and now, as always, have a good one.